Hello there, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle one of the most important and, yeah, sometimes one of the most confusing verb tenses in English, the present perfect. If you're really ready to level up your English, you've come to the perfect place.
So have you ever been in the middle of a sentence and just paused, wondering which one to use? I have done, or I did. You're not alone. It's a super common question, but I promise by the end of this, you are going to get it once and for all. Okay, let's jump right in.
All right, first things first, what exactly is the present perfect? You know, the best way I found to think about it is to picture it as a kind of bridge.
That's right, a bridge. What it does is it connects something that happened in the past to the present moment. The action isn't just some old story that's finished and done with. No, it has some kind of importance, some kind of connection to what is happening right now. And that idea, that connection to now, is honestly the most important thing you need to remember.
Now, the great news here is that the way you build it is actually really simple. It's just two main parts after your subject. First, you're going to use the verb have or has, and then you just add the past participle of the main verb. You know, that's the third form of the verb, like gone, eaten, or seen. Let's look at a quick example here. She has visited London twice. See how that works? We have she, so we use has. Then we add the past participle, visited. And just remember, we always use has for he, she, and it. For I, you, we, and they, we use have. Easy as that.
Okay, so we know what it is and how to make it, but when do we actually use it? Let's get into the good stuff and look at the three most important situations where the present perfect is going to be your best friend. So we can break it all down into three key uses. First, we use it for talking about life experiences. Second, for actions that just happened and have a result right now. And third, for actions that haven't finished yet. Let's take a look at each one. So this first one is probably the most common. We use it for talking about things you have or maybe haven't done in your life. The really crucial thing here is that we are not saying when it happened. The specific time just isn't important. For instance, I have never been to Japan. You see? This is an experience from my whole life up to this very moment. And notice, I don't say when. The words ever, which we use for questions, and never for negatives, are super common here. Like, have you ever tried ceviche? Or, she has never seen that movie. Okay, our second key use is for something that happened very recently, and you can see or feel the results of that action right now. The past action has a really clear consequence in the present. Let's think about this fantastic example. If I say, I have lost my keys, the meaning isn't just about the past. The result is happening now. I can't get in my house. You can really feel that present-day problem, right? We often use words like just or already with this. Like, she has just finished her homework, which means now she's free. And finally, we use the present perfect for actions or situations that started in the past but are still going on. They haven't finished. We often call this an unfinished action.
Take a look at this one. I have lived in Madrid since 2010. So what does that actually mean? It means I started living in Madrid back in 2010, and I still live in Madrid today. The action is continuing. And for this, the little words for to talk about a period of time and since to talk about a starting point are absolutely essential.
All right, now we get to the big one, the part that causes the most confusion. Present perfect versus the simple past. This is the million-dollar question, but trust me, it's way easier than it seems once you know the secret.
This little table here lays out the difference perfectly. You see, with the present perfect, the focus is always on that connection to right now, and the time usually isn't mentioned. But with the simple past, the action is totally finished. It's over, and we almost always say a specific time, like yesterday, last week, or in 2020. Let's make this crystal clear with a direct comparison. If I say, I have visited Paris, what I'm telling you is a life experience. The when isn't important, but the moment I say, I visited Paris last year, I've added a specific, finished time. That little phrase locks the action in the past, which means we have to use the simple past. That specific time reference, that's the whole key.
So, we've covered the what, the how, and the when. Let's bring it all together now for one final super quick summary. This is the part that's going to make everything just click. So, to recap, the form is always your subject, plus have or has, plus the past participle. We use it for life experiences, recent actions that affect the present, and for actions that are still going on today. And that key difference from the simple past, Well, it all comes down to that connection to the present.
You know, if you only remember one single thing from our chat today, please let it be this. This is the golden rule. When you're trying to decide which tense to use, just ask yourself this one question. Does this action have a connection to now? If the answer is yes, you probably need the present perfect.
And there you have it, the present perfect, all figured out. So to put your new knowledge into practice right away, think about this. What have you done today? Since today is an unfinished period of time, your answer is the perfect opportunity to use this tense correctly. Thanks so much for listening.